making it $50 a month with extended holiday return policy to get it at home. All right, speaking of home, we are moving into gifts for the family, and they are wonderful things to make your home cozy and warm and bright and save you money. Boy, oh boy, if you have not heard about our today's special, you need to act pronto. We have sold well more than half the quantity. This is one of your final opportunities. Yes, it's cozy. Yes, it's cute. But when you hear about how it's going to warm your home, even warm your heart with its complexion of light, better than ever before, and best price, our best buy of the day. Okay, you know it's a good deal when Carrie McNally is dancing. You'll see him in just a second. I should have a bone to pick with him. I got this last year. It sold out early last year. It didn't have as much stuff. This is 33% more heating capability and capacity. You are also looking at an HSN exclusive. Warm Living is a brand that is known and recognized around America, but they are doing this only for us. Now listen, Florida hasn't quite caught up with the rest of the nation when it comes to a cold snap. But let me just say, 12 months out of the year. So even though we're catching up, and I know my mom in Minnesota is like, oh, please, like I want to hear from this Miss 90 degrees today. My mom was starting to complain about a snowstorm. They have an impending snowstorm actually in the next couple of days. So they're already at that freezing point. My mom's got arthritis, I've got arthritis, and let's be honest, when it's cold, it doesn't matter if you've got some dexterity issues or not. That's just uncomfortable. So this is small but mighty. It's cute but cozy. And even for me and here in Florida, this is how I want to be warmed. It is infrared heat. It is the lowest price we've ever offered. It is already in sellout quantities. We started with 7 colors. We're down to 5. If you check Pinterest boards, people are DIYing the world out of this. You don't need a contracting license. You don't need a flue. There are no cinders, no embers. It's cute, it's cozy, it's bright, but it's going to warm you like the warmth of the sun. So you just choose which color you would like. So in the navy, we are okay, and I say okay, even though we've sold more than half the quantity in its entirety. Oh, actually 2/3 of the quantity gone. In fact, this will be one of your final airings for the day. So over 12,000 already gone. That's a good portion of the day's inventory. The gray is one of those, I say, okay-ish in terms of availability. Black is really, I guess you could say for all intents and purposes, the traditional look. Lowest price, 33% more warmth, warming you like the rays of the sun. Now, Carrie's gonna talk about how you can use this, but it's 12 months out of the year. So you can use it with warmth, you can use it with light, you can operate them independently. So it's 12 months out of the year, cozy and quiet. The teal is, we brought in 1,100. We have 150 remaining, okay? And then I loves this copper. 2,100 brought in, final 100, 671-552. It's on a 5-pay flex pay for Columbus Day weekend. It's a $20 bill. It's free shipping. It's our extended holiday return policy. So cozy, cute, powerful, bright, and you got until January to try it as you buy it. Come on down, Carrie McNally. You know, and I know, was it last year you bought one for your dad too? This is Carrie, by the way.
Shannon, Carrie.
Exactly.
Carrie, Shannon. Just go to Ireland, you'll find both of us.
Yeah, exactly, right? But so I know I sent one to my parents last year, before the Christmas season.
Sure.
And it's funny because I stay in the basement, so it's not like a real bedroom. But because this is down there,
sure,
it looks like a home. You know how they always used to say, the home is where the heart is, home is where the hearth is.
Hearth is.
Exactly.
Well, I see what you did
know. There. But this is even better and a better price than what you did last year, yes, Mr. Man.
And it's a triple threat because it's the latest in technology, it's a gorgeous design, and it's at a phenomenal price. And what is it, 20 bucks to get it home? I say get a couple, that's what people have been doing all day.
Yeah,
but let's talk about the technology. Okay. Infrared heat, why is it different? Well, the second you turn on oil, gas, or electric, just like that, every bit of moisture in the air is gone.
Zapped.
It just evaporates, right? This is a traditional, on your screen right now, the old kind of, electric space heater we used to have.
Yep.
It looked like a ray gun from a bad 60s science fiction movie. And you could put a hot dog on it. It smelled when you turned it on. It was downright dangerous. It made noise.
Right.
Infrared heating technology is completely different. It's basically like the safe rays of the sun. So it warms you subcutaneously. Now, I know that's a big word. It simply means from the inside out. Like on a cold day when you have a warm meal or a great hot bowl of soup, it warms you from the inside out. You step out on a cold day into the sun and you're warmed from the inside out. That's what this does. It heats objects in the room like you, your animals, the chair you're sitting in, the bed you're sleeping in, and it doesn't remove all the moisture from the air. So it doesn't dry out your skin, and your skin isn't all cracked and dried out, your sinuses, your eyes. You're not constantly irrigating your eyes or your contact lenses. And while it does that, this thing packs a wallop.
It does.
We're talking about heating 1,000 square feet or more, depending upon the construction. Wow. So when we look at something like that's this size, it's a couple of, less than 3 feet, it weighs less than 13 pounds, it's 16.5 inches from left to right, it can heat a space of up to 1,000 square feet. How big is that, Shannon Smith?
Probably bigger than most,
Pre-war construction houses
Right.
are about 1,200 square feet. Any basement, finished or not, is 900.
Yep.
A 2-car garage is 750. So a kitchen, living room area, that's probably right around 800 square feet. A master bedroom suite with a big bathroom, that's around 900 square feet. So this thing has it covered. Now take a look at the animation. If we turn this from the side, you'll see how it works.
Yep.
All the cold air is brought in through the back of the unit, represented here by the blue arrows. It goes up, around, and over and under those infrared bulbs, and it's heated up to hundreds and hundreds of degrees. And that's how you're able to heat a really large area with such a small and beautifully designed unit. And as we dim the lights, let's get there together, shall we? We may have made them too dark in here. But when you turn down the lights, even just a little bit, you feel like you're looking at a wood-burning stove.
You do.
I mean, that's the beauty of it. Without the ash, without buying a cord of wood, without the danger. This has built-in safety features, which I'm really proud of. It has a tip-over switch. So if it's falling down, it will shut itself off before it ever hits the ground.
Nice.
If for any reason it ever overheats, it shuts it off automatically. So I would encourage people at this price with these colors that are going to be sold out here in this hour, get one for yourself and then send one to a loved one.
Do it.
Because I know it sounds cliche, it's Madison Avenue copy, but this is the gift that keeps on giving.
It does, and you know what, factor out, okay, let's factor out the cozy and the comfort, and we say, home is where the heart, home is where the hearth is.
Sure.
How much money can we save you? Now, certainly we can't quantify it, you're gonna save X, Y, Z, but first of all, why are you kicking on the furnace when you just wanna be warm in the bedroom?
Exactly.
Why are you kicking on the furnace when you just need to be warm in the living room where you're watching TV?
Yeah, if temperatures drop in your area down into the 50s or the 60s, we just automatically go and we turn the entire house, condo or co-op, up to 72, 73. Take the zone heating challenge. Everybody's been doing it all day long.
Yeah.
Get this home and see how deep into the winter you can go without turning the heat on at all.
Right.
Seriously, that's what so many people have done. In the Carolinas last year, my parents, I got them one for upstairs and one for downstairs in the townhome. They didn't turn it on all year long.
No kidding.
My dad's part of the greatest generation. I sent him one. In North Carolina, I sent my eldest brother one in Dover, New Hampshire, and I sent the third one to my brother in Chicago. I still get emails. I still get wonderful comments. It is the gift that keeps on giving, and if you have somebody that you really love, that's maybe older or is always cold and cranky, that's because our joints, our hands, our muscles, our back, we all get tense because it's so cold, and subsequently, we're uncomfortable.
It's true.
This is a wonderful way to check off a couple of gifts on your holiday list.
A couple of quick quantity updates. If you, copper is almost gone. Okay, it is last call on that copper. And then Steve, you said the teal will be next, right? Okay, 120 only left in that teal. Black, of course, if you want the most traditional choice, if you will. Silver, I think, is that kind of, decorator color right now. If you go to those stores, you know, the ones. And then of course we've got our navy. Here's the thing though, you're not gonna need that extended holiday return policy. But to Carrie's point, especially if you're getting it upstairs, downstairs, if you're getting it for multiple rooms, if you're sending it across the miles. I should point out, I live here in Florida, that's where HSN is based, but if I send this to my mom in Minnesota, I'm not paying a dime for shipping.
I love that. You can send it to 3 separate people.
Right.
Not pay a dime in shipping and handling.
Yeah.
The total cost is $60.
Right.
You checked off 3 people on your list, sent them to people where temperatures have literally plummeted, and you say to yourself, I love that I just did that tonight on a Saturday, got those 3 names checked off the list, and I know that I'm gonna hear back from them that this thing really works. It's wonderful to look at, and it does a wonderful job in saving a lot of money. Zone heating saves you money. If you typically kept your thermostat at 68 or maybe 72 in the dead of winter, drop it down to 60. Turn this up to 72. It will be 72 in that room or in that area. And I'm gonna show you why. Yeah. This is a really cool piece of science.
Just if you see these temperatures, now again.
Oh yeah, here we go, freezing.
Florida ain't quite caught up yet.
Not yet.
But 12 months out of the year. So here in Florida, I can use this with heat or without, and Carrie will walk you through all the different features. But as an example, Reno is 29.
Ouch.
My refrigerator at home is 40 degrees.
Right.
Let me say that again.
Yes.
Reno is 29. I have a digital thermostat in my refrigerator because I do a lot of cooking. It's 40, it's warmer in my refrigerator than it is in Reno. It's warmer in my refrigerator than it is in Salt Lake City or Denver. Right. But 12 months out of the year, and remember, this is a first come, first serve. This is one of your last opportunities. Copper is gone, teal is going to go next. We are gonna leave it out there for just a moment. Carrie, let's walk through some of the features again.
Sure.
And he is a typical man. He's holding that remote control.
I've got the remote, I've got the laser thermometer. Yeah, this is really cool. This is a paper that they use in science class, right? It's called thermo paper. It changes color. Remember your old mood rings? It changes color based on temperature. So it is jet black right now. And all I'm gonna do is drop it right in front of this teal unit and watch what happens live on the air. Isn't that wild? That's how quickly it changed colors. And it's going back to black, and then here it goes back to blue again. So cool. Well, how is it and why is it doing that? Well, this is completely cool to the touch, right? So if I take this laser thermometer, very popular here with Wolfgang Puck and Christopher, all those guys, all the chefs, they use this to take the temperature of meat, right? I'm gonna take the temperature of the top of this unit because it's completely cool to the touch, the front, the back, the top. So I'll take the temperature of the top. It's at 72 degrees, right? That's a lot warmer in this room than it usually is. Usually it's about 62 degrees in here because of all the lights. Now I'm gonna take the temperature of the air coming out of the bottom of the unit. Let's take a look at this, live on the air. You guys see that at home? 604 degrees Fahrenheit. Right. That's why this beautiful little stove can heat a space up to 1,000 square feet. Now, it's not gonna be 600 degrees in your home. It's going to move that beautiful air around that space and heat that entire area. And if you say to yourself, oh, now I've gotten a little too hot, you have a universal remote. You point it at it, you press it, you take it down to 71 or 69. Yeah. You're completely in control. This is a little luxury that goes a long way.
It does indeed, and boy, you're not gonna see it for much longer. It is the last chance for the season. It is the last chance for the year. So it's a better price than we did it before. Yep. You're getting more heat than you ever got before.
There are 3 infrared bulbs in this one, so you have 33% more than you had last year. Yep. And last year it was wildly popular, and I love the idea that you guys are running the extended return policy.
Absolutely, until the end of January. Now, so a couple of things about that. Anyone, whether you've shopped here or not, Warm Living is a nationally recognized brand. They did this exclusively for us. It is the lowest price in history. It is your last chance for the year. One of your last airings on our Today's Special, but the only Today's Special for the year. It is a 12-month out of the year cozy comfort. You can use it with the heat or without. If you just want to enjoy that wonderful, inviting, captivating look of the glowing embers of the fireplace, you can. No soot, no embers, no flue, no chimney, no worries. Perfect size. If you do a little Pinterest search, honest to goodness, I mean, people are so bonkers about these things.
Dozens of pages on Pinterest.
No, there really are. I mean, they'll put them inside of like where an existing fireplace
That's a great idea. I love that idea.
They'll float them in the center of the room. I mean, there are a lot of creative ideas. The whole point is, though, you will not have the opportunity to get this after today. So 671-552. The other thing about this, and I kind of led this at the start of the presentation, it is warming you as if it were the light of the sun.
Yes, it warms you subcutaneously, and I know it sounds like a big fancy word, probably a crossword puzzle, but it's just, it means from the inside out. It's analogous to stepping out on a really freezing day from the shade into the sun, and immediately you feel warm from the inside out. This is a safe way to heat. It's infrared technology that's absolutely safe for you, for your pets, for your plants, for everybody. And it's almost like, because you lived in Minnesota for a long time, and so did I for a long time. You come in from skiing, or you're coming from hiking, or whatever it is, and then you have a bowl of soup. And you're warmed from the inside. But the beauty of this too, specifically for you ladies out there, is that it does not, unlike oil, gas, or electric forced heat, it does not remove all of the moisture from the air. So it's not gonna dry out your skin or your eyes or your sinuses or your lungs. That's the beauty of infrared technology. And it's the 21st century. We deserve it. It's our regal reward to have the best technology in the best looking unit, a beautiful piece of furniture. Did we ever think our phones would become televisions?
Good point.
Did we ever think we could talk to somebody overseas live in London in real time? No. Well, that's the world we live in. Technology has taken us to a whole new wonderful place.
So this will be the last show for what I would call the fashion colors, meaning the copper is gone, the teal is almost gone. We have a few dozen, about 80 only on that teal. Of course, black if you're going for a more traditional choice. Silver, or that soft gray, there are a couple of stores where everybody's doing kind of like that gray look. And then navy is also a nice traditional choice. You'll also notice throughout this presentation, and I wasn't even thinking about it, and now granted, this is from somebody who's in the kitchen like a lot, like for hours and hours and hours. So I'm used to like, I've got a high threshold of tolerance. I'm like, this is comfortable.
Oh yeah, it's completely cool to the touch.
This is comfortable.
The front, the back, the sides, absolutely. Now down here where the heating elements are, yes, it gets very hot indeed. Absolutely. I mean, that's just common sense. This is very warm down there. But the rest of the unit is completely cool to the touch. And when we talk about 1,000 square feet, once again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. 1,000 square feet is basically the size of any finished basement. It's around 900. You can Google it. I did. Pre-war architecture, and we have tens of millions of homes around the country in neighborhoods. They're only 1,200 square feet. They're brick houses. They've got 2 bedrooms, 2 baths in them. You can heat the whole house with this.
You could.
You could heat a 2-car garage. That's only 750 square feet. But if you decided to not use your garage and turn it into a man cave or whatever, down in the basement, the craft room, any combination of a master bedroom and a bathroom, you're covered.
You are.
Any living room / kitchen, you are good to go, because 1,000 square feet is a lot of space. So drop it like the hammer. Drop that thermostat way down, or don't turn the heat on until you get really deep into the winter. Maybe December 15th, maybe around the holidays.
Absolutely.
And just use this to heat. It'll pay for itself over and over again.
And you know what? You've got that challenge until January 31st. So even like in Minnesota, you talk about, you come in from the cold and you have that shock. Put it in the mudroom. Put it in the 3-season porch.
That's a great idea.
Because, that's where you're kind of transitioning. You got to get the boots off. Especially, they're hauling in the Christmas tree. They're hauling in the packages. They're hauling in the this. They're hauling in the that. Here's one thing that we found to be true last year, even when it was more money and did not generate as much heat. So 33% more heat. People came back and they said, well, gosh, I love it, but I wish I would have got another one, or I wish I would have got one for fill in the blank. So whether you're an empty nester, whether, you're talking about that condo, whether it's the dormitory, you don't have to worry about being zoned. You don't have to worry about construction. You don't have to worry about a chimney or a flue. Yet I will say this, and when Carrie and I sold this last year, and I grew up with fireplaces. I still go home, 2 or 3 times a year. But you know what's so sad? I never go home like in the summer. I always go home like in the winter. So, just to remind me. But it really does have the look, the feel of a real fire without the hassle.
You're getting the flicker of the flames there at the top, but you're also getting the ambers, the glow of the log, like it's been going on for, you know, hours. You've had that fire going for a couple of hours. Absolutely. Yeah. And then down at the bottom, that's the infrared bulb that's sort of flickering as well. Now remember, you can use this year round, which means you can have that beautiful view in the middle of July and not use the heating element. Notice also that it turns itself on and off once it's reached temperature. Notice that some of them have the glow underneath and some of them don't because they've reached the assigned temperature. Right. And they'll always do that. It has safety features, if you're just tuning in, that if it ever starts to tip over, it will shut itself off before it hits the floor. If it ever heats up for some reason, it will shut itself off. So much safer than actually spending money, and you said it at the top of the show, on a wood-burning stove. They're thousands of dollars. You have to have a flue. You got to get a permit. You're sending stuff out into the atmosphere. You've got to buy cords of wood. You got to get rid of the ash. It's ridiculous. This way, you have the look and the feel without the hassle.
True story. I have a fireplace in my living room right now, which, by the way, I couldn't even tell you the last time I used that thing. Part of the reason I haven't used it is that chimney needs to be cleaned. So I'm like afraid to light a fire in there. I mean, in all seriousness. But moreover, you get the look, you get the feel, you get the crackle, you get the warmth, you get it with warmth or without. You can move it. That fireplace, I could use that square footage in my living room. If I want to put this in my master bedroom, go ahead. If I want to put it, you know, in the dining room, you know, for Thanksgiving dinner,
absolutely, you can move it around.
Go ahead. You want to put it in the mud room? Go ahead. You want to put it in the garage? Go ahead. Wherever you want that great warmth. And it was funny. I know you remember me asking because I usually am a hothouse flower, but I asked you last year. I'm like, okay. Florida, 12 months out of the year. You can use it with that heat function or without. Now, we do have our Protection Plus plan available. You might want to check with your service representatives for details, but I'll just tell you, get this at home. It's going to save you money, and if nothing else, now, listen, I am not basing this on any statistical research, but I would venture to guess that there is probably some study or some claim somewhere looking at a fireplace, I know, calms me down. You know what I mean? There's something that is, I don't know, subliminal in terms of its calming effect on people.
Here. Absolutely. You look at it and you just feel calm. It's like staring, you know, at bright twinkly lights, right? Or a sunset. It just calms you down. So I want to walk you through the actual digital panel on the front. Now you can do this manually, but you don't have to because we're going to include a universal remote. And when I say universal remote,
I'm so sorry. I just don't want anybody to miss out. Steve, you said what, 4 dozen? Oh, Teal
is gone. Congratulations.
Okay,
thank you,
don't hang up. We took your phone calls into consideration. We've got the classics. If you want to say, you know, consider it that. You know, that's
the best seller.
That's the best seller. We do bring in more of the black because that, of course, is kind of the quintessential look if you're going for that.
For sure.
This is kind of the little nouveau riche. Everybody's doing kind of that gray.
I like that.
Right
it's got
now.
A matte finish to it. It looks a little stone kind of thing going on.
Most certainly. And the navy, we brought in 1,500. We now have the last 500.
Wow.
So brought in 1,500, last 500. If you are new to HSN, you can only get this here. Warm Living is a nationally recognized brand. They gave us 33% more heat. They gave us the lowest price in history. This is one of your last shows. We sold out of another 2 colors. We could easily sell out of that navy. Kerry, let's talk digital features, and then we have to show it off again.
Absolutely. So here on the front, remember, it's all completely cool to touch, even as these things are cranking. You have a couple of buttons here, and they're almost self-explanatory. That's your fan. There are 2 speeds. There's 1,500 watts and 1,000 watts. So it sips energy. 1,500 watts, that's a hairdryer. Up or down, pretty basic there. That's a timer. That gives you the opportunity to turn it on or off at a pre-designated time up to 12 hours.
Nice.
So if you want that to wake you up in the morning, because it's chilly out and you've got the thermostat down and you've taken the zone heating challenge, you can do that. Or you can say, you know, I like it cool at night once I'm in bed, right? So I want this to shut off about an hour after I climb into bed. This is the flame, so I can go 1, 2, 3, or 4, so I can have it at full, sort of a third, half, and then you know, 10% and then completely off. And remember, you can operate the flame with or without the heat, and there's just your on and off switch. And remember, you do get the universal remote as well. So my parents, I sent them two because they have a split level sort of loft, and my dad called me, said, Curry, I cannot find the remote for downstairs. Anne has the remote for the upstairs area. I said, Dad, they're universal. You can just use one of the other one's probably under the couch. But he's a retired school teacher, part of the greatest generation, and he spends his day in front of this with his cat Mookie on his lap.
Okay, it's so funny. My producer's like, you got to go to the other set because I have to take a color away.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So we're gonna show off the ambiance of this. Boy, this will be a show piece in your home. And what's funny is, boy, when I think of the money I spent on that fireplace in my living room, and you know, it was a whole thing. The Townhome Association had to, you know, grandfather it in and all this other kind of nonsense. And it's caused me more trouble than it's worth. But here's what's interesting. $99.95. You may have spent more on a throw pillow in your living room than you're spending on this. And do you know what? This is probably going to turn the most heads, get the most compliments, get the most, where did you get that comments, then maybe any amount of money that you spent in your living room, in your dining room, in your, because it becomes a conversation piece. And you know, it's practicality with a purpose, because you could lower your heating costs as well.
Yes, this could save you a considerable amount of money. I mean, every house is different, insulation's different, you know, the structure of it, for sure. But I mean, if you say to yourself, I typically like the temperature in my house in the winter at, let's say 70 degrees, right?
Yeah.
That's comfortable. You could take it down to 60. Turn this on and see how long you could keep it at 60 and be comfortable as far into the winter as possible. And think about that. A 10-degree difference could mean a lot of money. So this ends up saving, you know, paying for itself in no time. And again, if you send it to somebody that you really care for and that you really love, it's a gift that keeps on giving, and it saves them money, right? And saves them hassle. And all you have to do is put the legs on. Obviously, I think you should, you know, be smart. Try to keep it about 3 feet or more away from the curtains would be smart, right? That's common sense. That's what we recommend. And as with any piece of electrical equipment, read the manual.
Yeah.
It took me about 6 minutes to read the manual. It takes about 5 minutes to put the legs on it. It's really so simple, and it really does the job. 1,000 square feet with this beautiful look, it's fantastic.
It is indeed. And it was funny because, Carrie, I was thinking of you when I was in bed. But here's why.
This is live television.
But I know,
They
it's
can
like
hear us.
note to self.
Okay.
But, and yes, I'm at that age, but so I'm trying to
You're
sleep.
at that age when you're thinking about me.
Well, you know.
Wow. I don't
See,
know.
with a lead-in like that, I better have some kind of payoff for you.
Please.
But the covers were on, the covers were off. The covers were on, the covers were
we are
off.
at that
the
age.
covers
I
were
see where
on,
you're
the
going.
covers were off.
Here.
And I thought of this, and I'm like, why can't my body be like that Today's Special and that infrared heat and always be maintained at the perfect temperature?
Exactly.
But and I reason that out simply because it does feel like it's warming you from the inside out.
Yes.
Because even if you are cold, you know very well if you're using a traditional quote unquote space heater, you're cold, and then all of a sudden, you're so hot.
Yes.
You gotta crank it down.
Yep.
Right? So it's kind of like the covers are on, the covers are off.
Yeah.
And this is not like that. It doesn't suck all the moisture out of the room.
Nope.
It really does warm you down to your bones. And, you know, again, not making any crazy claims here, but as someone who does have joint concerns, when you are cold, you're not as comfortable.
No, you aren't.
And I'll leave it at that.
That's just a fact.
It's just a fact.
Yeah, for sure. And we all have people that we love out there that are cold all the time. And when we're cold, what happens? Our joints ache, you know, our muscles ache. We get tense in the back. When I get cold, I get knots in my back.
Yeah.
And again, we're not making any medical claims at all. But the bottom line is this will make sure that that loved one who's always cold is warm whenever they want to be. You have a remote control, so you don't have to get off the couch or you don't have to get out of bed. This will take it all the way up to 90 degrees or all the way down to 50 degrees.
Right.
It has built-in safety features that if it ever tips over, it will shut itself off before it hits the ground.
Yeah.
If you are an animal lover and a pet owner, as I am, my last name is McNally and I have 2 cats, Callie and Sally McNally, those animals will live, this one's sold out, they will live right here. They will just live in this general vicinity here, and it'll do your heart such good that they're comfortable and cozy, and most of all, they feel safe.
They really do. And you know, I mentioned it earlier in the presentation. Now, I know you've been seeing that temperature gauge. I mean, it actually is no joke. A good portion of those cities are colder than the interior of my refrigerator. So, and they say it's actually going to get worse before it gets better, which I still say I'm a Minnesotan. I've lived in Florida for 25 years, but I'm a Minnesotan.
Yep.
And I can tell you for a fact, well, I'm no meteorologist, but when the temperatures start dropping that rapidly and that quickly, oh, honey, buckle up.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be a bumpy ride. And that is certainly not to be alarmist, but if you've lived up north, I mean, again, I still consider myself a Minnesotan. You're going to want this, and you will use it. And even if you do live in a warmer climate state like I do, I want to fall asleep to the look of a glowing fire.
Absolutely, without having to worry about the fireplace, right? You wouldn't really want to fall asleep with a fire going in your bedroom or with a fire going in your living room. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thanks to everybody out there for ordering more than one. People have been ordering more than one all day long because of that FlexPay and that free shipping and handling. And you get to go ahead and order one for yourself, and then send one to mom or send one to grandma or send one to that young couple that's getting started, because it is, I know it sounds cliche, but it is the gift that keeps on giving. And you'll get emails and Facebook posts, and you'll get people posting their stove on Pinterest and hashtagging you and all that other wonderful stuff that I'm starting to understand. But this is a wonderful gift of a hearth, but it's also a practical gift. If those loved ones are on a budget, and we're all on a budget, this is a great way to reduce your heating costs, whether you have oil, gas, or forced electric. Take the Zone Heating Challenge. Get this home and see how deep into the winter you can go without turning it on at all.
Yes.
Because let's face it, you may live in a 5-bedroom house, and you may spend most of your time in the living room and the kitchen.
Right.
So keep that thermostat down in that house and just keep it in the living room, the kitchen, and maybe keep one in the bedroom. And then see how deep into the winter you can go without really heating those other bedrooms and that den and that other area. If you have a finished basement, they're usually 900 square feet. This is gonna heat an area of up to 1,000.
It is indeed. Money back guarantee until the end of January. You owe it to yourself or somebody that you love and care about. Give it a try. Call that number. Hey, by the way, I know we are busy. These are going. Actually, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the teal. Teal is gone.
Sold out. Congratulations
Black,
if you got the teal.
we ordered more of. So okay-ish, but this is one of your last airings to get it. That gray, and now the navy is really kind of surpassing and kind of in the lead here. So about 450 only out of the 1,500 ordered. So actually 1,600 brought in. So navy, we're getting close to saying last call as well. Even if it's somebody on a budget, and you know, I remember those cold nights in Minnesota, and I'm not afraid to say it. The house that I had was built. It was built by a masoner, so it was all built by hand, and the house was like almost 100 years old. But I was in radio, I was working a couple jobs. I used to sit, because I couldn't afford the heating costs, I would sit in my living room, no kidding, in long underwear and a winter jacket, just because I knew if I cranked the heat, then I wouldn't be able to afford the power bill.
And then the bill comes later.
I know.
And of course, we're all subject to gas and oil prices fluctuating based on what's going on in the world.
Yeah, true story.
And the world's pretty unpredictable right now.
Right.
And that's honestly, electric prices, they don't really fluctuate that much. And this sips electricity. So yeah, it's a great gift for somebody that's on a budget, or if you're budget conscious. I just like the idea that you could go ahead and get it because it's gorgeous and it's heartwarming, and the kids love it, the pets love it, and if you end up saving a ton of money on your heating costs, go to Hawaii. Just go ahead and have that be fun money. Spend that money here on HSN on some other stuff, and we spend $100 at the grocery store. Right?
Oh,
I cannot go to the grocery store without spending $100. This, or a watch, or a piece of jewelry, or whatever, this is a practical gift that pays for itself over time. Now, I want to walk you through the technology again, if you're just tuning in. Infrared heating technology. This is the 21st century, and this is state of the art. On your screen right now is a representation of a traditional coil heater that we grew up, using. Mom used it. It made noise. It smelled weird. It looked like it was a ray gun. These are infrared quartz bulbs. So they create safe infrared heat, and that's analogous to the safe rays from the sun, right? And they warm you subcutaneously from the inside out, like a warm bowl of soup. Now I wanna show you this animation. What happens is the cold air comes in from behind the unit and moves up and over and around those infrared bulbs. And then the fan gently pushes that warm air out into the room. And how warm is it?
How warm is it,
Okay,
Carrie?
let's go ahead and use the science right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna use two things.
That copper's gone, the teal is gone.
So we'll do it here.
The navy may be gone by the next time
We
you're
still
on the
have
air with
gray?
Adam. Yes, we do still have gray.
So we're gonna do this on the gray. So
Okay.
this is called thermal paper. Now, notice I can touch this. It's completely cool to the outside. Thermal paper, if you look at it, it changes color when it gets warm, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop this down in front of this and watch how quickly this changes color.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that wild?
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That's
Now
really cool.
I'm gonna take a thermometer. This is a laser thermometer. It sends a beam at anything. It takes its temperature. Now let's check the temperature of the top of the unit. It's 68 degrees. The top of the unit is 68 degrees. Now I'm gonna come in here and try to do this lefty, if I can. What do we got there? That says 858 degrees. Now your room is not gonna get 858 degrees, but now you can understand why something this size that weighs less than 13 pounds can heat a space that's 1,000 square feet.
And do it today, and well, I can't say quite only for this show, because Carrie will be back with Adam. However, when that happens,
We'll be down to like real bare bones colors.
In fact, it's hard to say if navy would be even available. So you might just be down to 2 colors. Now, it's still worth it because remember, it's comfort, it's cozy, it's warm, it's 12 months out of the year. You can use it with, with the heat or without. And the whole idea is, yes, it's a name that you can trust.
Absolutely.
There's no downside to this. We're giving you more heat. We're giving you a better price. We're doing delivery direct. We can do free shipping. It's a $20 bill, 671-552. It's our extended holiday return policy. And it's also great if you do have seniors in your life. I think of my grandmother. I was fortunate to have her until she was in her 90s. But I remember in her later years in life, she's like, oh, she just didn't want a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? She's like, please, I just don't need a lot of stuff. I don't need a lot of, nicks. This she could appreciate because this they will use. I mean, if your parents or grandparents, if they're at that age, don't give me another teapot, don't give me another knick-knack, don't give me another this, another that. Give them something that they're going to use, that they're going to appreciate, and that's going to make them and you feel good every single time that they use it.
Yeah, it's here and here.
It is, it absolutely is. And remember, it's one of your last opportunities for the day. We are well more, I would say more than 2/3 of the inventory already spoken for. We would love, actually we're really looking at 3/4 of the inventory spoken for. So I'm delighted that you're getting it. I'm proud of you because not only are you gonna save money, if it's for you, but you can't put a price on really the esoteric value that this is going to lend. I mean, yeah, it's cute. Yeah, it's gonna warm that space, but there's something about it that just, you know how they have feel-good movies?
Yes.
It's like the feel-good purchase.
Oh, we love this in our house. We put on the Netflix and we crank this up, and it's just fantastic. And if it's too warm, you turn it down with the remote, or you just operate it with just the flame effect. Yeah. Because the lights are out, you're eating popcorn, you're watching the movies, and you got a fire going, but it's not a dangerous fire at all. Right. It's got all those wonderful safety features, and I love the fact that you're getting one for yourself and sending one as a gift.
What's the height and dimensions again?
It's under 3 feet tall, 16.5 inches wide, and weighs less than 13 pounds.
There you go. All right, Carrie, you are a force to be reckoned with. We'll see you later with Adam. All right, we've got much more gifts for the family as we continue.
Find the perfect gift this holiday season at HSN, like this unique second-generation AirPods bundle from Apple. Everyone is sure to enjoy AirPods high-quality audio with 5 hours of listening on a single charge from a convenient charging case. Be the best gift giver with an HSN exclusive bundle of useful accessories that includes a stylish keychain case and a 3-month premium music subscription to Tidal. Search 682-738 at hsn.com. Find your Merry all season long at HSN.
So glad you came.
Thank you. Harris, it's time to go.
One more game.
This stays here.
We'll be here when you come next time.
Okay.
All right. Bye, sweetie.
Hey! Happy holidays!
I love it.
You got time for a quick game?
Only if you like losing.
Well, this is great gifts for the family here at HSN. I'm Shannon. Don't hang up on that today's special, that great little, pot-bellied stove. That's our best value of the day. More than 3/4 of the inventory is already spoken for. But this is torture. It's not torture to work with Ellen Bunner. I was telling her, Ellen, I haven't slept today. I'm so tired. So what do they have me promote? This is my last item on the show, and I'm just telling you, I'm gonna take them for a test drive, because looking at these and feeling these, it's taken every ounce of self-control that I have to not climb into this bed. And oh, if we had feel-o-vision, you would say the very same thing. This is not only the lowest price that it's ever been offered. Let's say if it were even at today's special, you would have spent more money for this. Tencel is one of the most expensive fabrications that you're gonna find anywhere. That $39.95 price, that's not a flex pay. That's the price. And because it's Columbus Day weekend, everything is on 5-pay flex pay. Remember, extended holiday return policy. Ellen Bunner is gonna be back, and oh, Ellen, I might have to crawl in the bed. I think I might have to. But the good news is Lisa's gonna give me a massage. So, yeah, they planned my night right, I will say this. So $20 off, apply and buy on that HSN card. All those details at hsn.com, or you can call that toll-free number. Well, whenever Lisa's here, I know she's got something good. We were texting earlier this week, oh girl, I might not get up.
I wouldn't blame you at all.
Oh. This is Lisa, everyone.
Do you feel that on the neck?
I do, and okay, here's the thing. When I say I might not get up, I really might not get up. Homedics is really, they are the leaders. I can't think of any other company when it comes to personal comfort and really spa items and spa quality, bringing it home to you. Sale price, wow, holy shamoly.
Right?
It's $100 off. It's a 5-pay flex pay, $40, 619-781. Oh my Lord, you're gonna have to take over, because I'm serious, this feels so good. I got heat and massage.
You have heat and massage.
I am
you can
literally
have the
like falling
heat if
asleep.
you want it. Now I have the heat on here so that you can
That's no
see.
joke.
And wow, do we love the feeling of these nodes.
Goodness.
Because as the leader in massage technology, this is where it's at. These nodes are soft yet firm, and they're shaped more like a hand, and they move like a hand as it goes up and down the back. But as I can see, you're trying to figure it out already.
I'm like, what other kind of massage can I get?
It's so simple. So so this is the shiatsu. I started you off in shiatsu mode with the neck, and there's a couple things. Do you want to start with the neck, or do you want to start with the back?
What's this mode thing? I don't have my readers on, so you'll have to interpret for me.
So the mode, I love the mode. These 3 different modes are...
What's unwind?
Unwind. Try it. Press the button.
Okay.
And so each is just exactly what it says. You have soothe, revitalize, and unwind. And in unwind, you're getting that beautiful rolling feeling in the back. Try another button. You'll see how it's different. Try revitalize. That's going to be very different.
Okay. And then, now what's the deal with the spot and the width? Can you guys see this remote?
Yeah, is my hand in the way here? I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
So,
you know what? I'll let Lisa talk you through it, and then I'll hold it. So, basically, it's like you can customize the kind of massage that you want.
Absolutely.
Right?
So you have up at the top, you've got your on button. That's very simple. And then next to that is a demo. And if you want to just go through and see what everything does as soon as you get it home, that's how you're going to do that. What I love here is this little picture, and you can see on the top, that's where you control your neck. So Shannon, tap that button on yourself.
Okay, I'm trying to do this back. It's like dancing.
Oh, I can show it back on mine again.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
And then you can switch and go in the opposite direction.
Look, I'm trying to make it more complicated than it is. It's a picture, Ellen Bunner. I've been reading manuals on appliances all week long, so I'm like, where's the gizmo and the figure A to figure B? It's a picture.
But listen, the last thing that you want to have to figure out when you want a massage is how to make it work. So that's why we have these modes. That way you can just unwind, soothe, or revitalize, whatever it is you're feeling. Because we know that massage helps to soothe the tension. It helps to increase circulation. Massage helps you get a better night's sleep. And when all that's happening, at your own home in the privacy of your
for
own
sure.
home. You don't have to make an appointment, and the expense.
In fact, hey, Sunshine, do we happen to have the box? And I know this might seem like kind of an odd request, but because Homedics is a brand name that people know and recognize. And I'll tell you what, when you wrap this up and you put it underneath that Christmas tree, if we have the box that it comes in, that would be great. Because I guess my whole point is it's bow and go, especially if somebody has been to the mall. And remember those big chairs that were well in excess of $1,000, usually in that $2,000 price range.
That's right.
And they were big and they were cumbersome. And I've spent more on just my little recliner in my living room. To get this at home for $40 with an extended holiday return policy until the end of January, the whole family can enjoy it. The other thing about this is, Lisa, so I want to look at the kind of the mounting mechanism.
Oh,
so,
perfect.
So
yeah.
Can I dining room chair,
This turns
wing chair,
any chair,
recliner?
Yes.
I mean, so it can you just put it on top of what existing thing you've got.
This will turn any chair into a massage chair. And one of the things I love about it is this slim profile. I turn it to the side and it's so easy to store because it'll just go right under the couch. It'll go right under the bed. And I'll tell you what, this just creates a beautiful massage no matter where you put it. And I was starting to show you how the neck works. I don't know if we talked about how customizable this is.
Now check that out.
But
Whoa.
but wait, watch this.
Okay.
It's going down deeper, and this is what I love. This is where I store all of my tension, in the shoulders. And that is gonna just completely,
hello looking at a cell phone, hello looking at a tablet, hello looking at a computer, hours and hours and hours.
That's right.
And
or you can send it up. I love it at the base of the skull.
Right.
I mean,
And now, again, I'm not gonna make any medical claims, but let me just tell you, I have comfort issues, and so I sit with a heating pad on my back every night.
Yeah.
Every single night.
Yeah.
And that does not massage.
No.
So, I mean, I like the heat, but the truth is, I could probably use both.
That's right.
And the fact that you are getting both, the fact that it is $100 off your purchase, it is a $40 flex pay. You and I were talking before the show. A massage is more than that flex pay. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The price of this with this gorgeous reduction that you guys have, that's what you're gonna spend for just one trip to an expensive massage and with tip. And or two at a local place. But this, you got the box.
Here's the thing. The niece and nephew, they're at the age where they realize it's not necessarily the number of presents, it's the size of the present that matters. So you either bow and go this, in which case, even if you do wrap it up, this is the box that everybody wants to know what's in it. But my favorite thing about this, and you can see it's the Homedics name, arguably the first and last name when it comes to
Number
home
one in
comfort
massage technology
and massage technology.
For decades.
But I think people realize, my parents, everybody used to get me gift certificates, and then they realized that was kind of pointless because it was just something else for me to have to try to schedule.
Oh, right.
And now we're kind of on,
You have to get a sitter. You have to find out if your favorite massage therapist is there. And you have to maybe disrobe.
Right.
This is on call 24/7. It's like having your own masseuse in your own home.
That's a nice padded cushion,
It's a really nice padded cushion. And what happens now, I didn't even get into more of the customization. So I want to show you this rolling technology that we have going on. That's just a nice pressure, but you can also make it wider and narrower, or flip the angle and make it narrower at the top and wider at the bottom, or just go with that straight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it
Feels good.
completely customizes. This is not like one of those chairs you sit in and it's got those hard balls that feels like a bed of rocks. These nodes are shaped more like hands, and again, we have spent decades in massage technology. We know how the hand moves on the back and how to simulate that. Shannon.
I know, when I said, I was afraid to actually turn it back on because I know you heard the story. I haven't slept today.
I
so
know.
then I'm like,
but it makes me happy to be here.
Oh, dear.
But listen, my parents, they owned a gym. I've spent my entire life in wellness.
I know you have.
Massage is so incredibly important. And when you have something that's this customizable, it's gonna work for any size or shape. I'm moving this down. This is so amazing. And to get this home at this price,
oh, it's a big deal.
You can have one in your office, you can have one, because it's quiet, right?
It really is.
You could have this anywhere.
I just think
Your
it's such a
recliner.
great idea that you don't have to commit to that $2,000 massage chair that.
I think I have to sit on it.
I mean, I think you're
I can't, it's torture. I can't take it anymore.
Oh, my
okay.
goodness.
Oh boy, see that's what gets me, the shoulders.
Oh,
we just store so much tension in our bodies, and the heat.
Oh dear.
The heat. And you know, I actually set this up. I set this up in my guest bedroom, and I sunk down a little bit lower in the bed, and so my head, I had this going, and I was getting a scalp massage.
Ooh.
Oh, I tell you what, I thought I'm never gonna make it to HSN. Not at this rate.
Best gift ever. Best gift ever.
For yourself.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, it's
come
great to
on.
give, but I think that we deserve
Ooh, that
this
feels
kind
good.
of treat at our own home whenever we want to feel
Absolutely.
good.
Well, it's $100 off. Lisa, it's always good to see you.
Well, it's my pleasure to bring this to you on such a day.
I know. I might never move. All right. Well, I'm going to have to. We've got our sheets set
I'm sorry.
coming up.
I'm just gonna stay here.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Okay, Ellen Bunner is back. Not only do we love having her here, you see her with Concierge Collection and things that make you feel good. It's gifts for the family. I think we're clearing the way for Diane Gilman fashion with Tamara. Speaking of fashion, I want to make a whole shirt out of this. Diane, can you help me out? I say that because when we debuted Tencel here at HSN, Ellen had this great shirt. And I lost count of how many people stopped you just in the time I was talking to you in the makeup room.
It felt so good, too.
And everybody went up to her like, I got to feel that fabric. I got to feel that fabric. This is that fabric that arguably is a lot more than this price. In fact, when we debuted it, it sold as a, today's, thingy for more than we're seeing here. Clearance price only as long as supplies last, and it's the whole shebango. 5 flex pays, that's in honor of Columbus Day weekend, only as long as supplies last. 639-764. So Ellen, let's start with the Tencel story and then let's talk colors. But why is Tencel expensive? Why is it such a big deal?
Right. Tencel is actually a natural fiber. It's derived from wood, actually from eucalyptus.
Oh, no kidding.
Very similar in feel and texture to bamboo. And so if you've priced bamboo, you know it's expensive and you know how good it feels. This is an exclusive here at HSN. It's made by Concierge Collection. And we actually took Tencel and we combined it with cotton. So it's 65% cotton.
Best of all worlds.
It is, and 35% Tencel. It's the first time we did an all-natural blend, and I have to tell you, you get the natural breathability of cotton and the structure that you love, but you get that silky, satiny, moisture-absorbing luster that the Tencel brings.
I think I'm gonna have to get these.
So I have a set, and I bought another set of these.
And most people bought it for the higher price. I should point that out as well. Hey, one thing about HSN, especially if you're new, welcome to HSN. Extended holiday return policy until the end of January. But FlexPay is, you can do that for $7. But we are not charging you a la carte for the larger sizes. We are not charging you a la carte for, oh, you want the pillowcases, that's fill in the blank. You know, oh, you want the fitted sheet. And I say that with respect because Tencel in particular
expensive.
Is one of those a la carte fabrications. And then you can't get them in fashion colors.
Yes, and it's also very eco-friendly. A lot of people love it for that reason. You're gonna love the silky smoothness of this. 3 neutrals that we have here. These are great giftables, great for your guest room, and definitely get a set for yourself. This is that gray, it's almost like a silver. Look at the luster. Do you see how beautiful these are? And they're a 400 thread count, we'll talk about that. Then we have the taupe, and the taupe looks like a champagne beige.
Boy, it does,
it is
doesn't it?
beautiful. Then we have that gorgeous white. My first set was in white. I love a great high-end white set of sheets, and these will not disappoint. Then we have your blue, your aqua, which is always a fan favorite. This sage green, isn't that pretty? Now, I remember when we aired this together, and you were crazy over this yellow.
Because I'm like, I gotta get that
You
yellow.
and everybody else.
I gotta
this
get that
was
yellow.
such a great color. Then we have the lavender and the pink. And we have video of the pink on the bed. You have to see this because, I mean, it looks like there's like lights. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is.
So pretty.
So not only are these beautifully soft, I would recommend them for those of you with sensitive skin. Don't you have sensitive skin?
Yeah.
If you have, these are very skin friendly. They're smooth, they're silky. They are more moisture absorbent than cotton. So if you sleep hot, these will be cooler, they're more breathable, and they will pull and wick moisture away from your body. And one of the other things I want to mention is they have a great fit.
They do.
Oversizing on the pillowcases.
Yep.
They're about an inch or 2 longer, and oversizing on the fitted sheet. In fact, when I was reading reviews, the only negative review on these sheets were that they wrinkled, but they're natural.
Right,
They're
it's a
all
natural fiber.
natural, so they're not, even though they're priced like microfiber, they are an all natural fiber. So but you guys love these sheets, and you really loved how big the pocket was.
Well, and remember, it is only as long as supplies last. That 5-pay flex pay is throughout Columbus Day weekend. Of course, you know, I would say, you know, we're kind of, you know, midstream here. The good news is we've got all colors and we've got all sizes. And I can tell you for a fact, when this debuted at a higher price, I just want to, you know, mention that again, it sold like hotcakes. Viewers went crazy. The yellow went very quickly in those presentations. We got it tonight. So this weekend, if you spend $75 on clearance, you know, within a 24-hour period, then you get free shipping.
So 2 sets, and you get.
I know. See, I leave that to you and Steve to do the math because I can't be trusted with numbers.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so it resets within that 24-hour period.
So I could get another 2 sets tomorrow.
Do it over and over and over and over and over.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been here for 18 years, and this would make my top 10 of all the sheets ever.
That's really saying
I'm not kidding. This is really something we've never done. Tencel out there is super expensive. If you look at our retail value, you can easily spend over $100 for a set of Tencel sheets.
Oh, gosh,
and
look
this
at that
combination is something that no one's done. And what you'll love is you get all those benefits of Tencel, but you also get that cotton that gives it a little bit of body and a little bit of weightiness. And I want to talk about the thread count.
Oh,
because,
please do.
you know, 400 thread count, I've been in this industry a long time, and when people ask me about thread count, I will always say the same thing, between 400 and 600.
Yeah.
It's that sweet spot. Not too heavy, not too light, and they last.
Oh my gosh.
And they feel so good, right?
They do. I'm telling you, I have to keep reminding myself that these have not been laundered on the bed.
I know.
And when you get them at home, I know you're gonna be tempted to not wash them, but if we had Feel-O-Vision, if you are giving this as a gift, this is gonna blow their mind.
This is a high-end luxury gift.
You
and
better
you know
believe
what?
it.
Everyone needs sheets.
And you know,
everybody needs sheets.
Especially if you're in a family situation where you draw names and the cap is, say, $40.
Yes.
What in the world do you get?
Gosh.
I mean, right?
This will be the one they fight over.
It is. And the thing, and I'm just speaking for myself, sometimes you give a $40 gift certificate and it's just me, sometimes you feel like, do I feel like El Cheapo? Because it's like, you know, $40, you know. You give this, there is no way they're gonna be like, you were only supposed to spend $40, you weren't supposed to spend more than $50. There is no way, even from the first time they open this up without laundering, there is no way they're gonna think that you spent $40.
And you know what else? Think about your guest room right now.
Sure.
If you're getting ready for the holidays, instead of going and paying $40 and getting a set of sheets that's not very soft, that's probably a synthetic. This is the high-end luxury blend at an unbelievable value that they're gonna say, where did you get
Where
those
did you
sheets?
get it?
So we
True.
have gray, we have white. This is the taupe. Again, it's like a champagne beige. It's the prettiest taupe I think we've ever done.
I think so too. I
The
think you're right.
sage green, the blue's so pretty. It's like just a great basic sky blue. Then we have your aqua on the bed, Shannon's yellow.
I love that
The
yellow.
lavender, and of course that pretty pink.
So nice.
Any size.
Well, any size, any color right now.
Right now.
Right
You're
now.
one of the first to see it at this price.
Exactly. So just have to
Crazy.
give that little verbal disclaimer, money back guarantee until the end of January. Do yourselves a favor, get an extra set, or otherwise you'll keep them for yourself.
Rotate 'em,
Ellen,
yes.
you might be back a little bit later.
Yes, maybe
Okay.
so. If not, I'll be here tomorrow.
Sounds good. And I will be back here tomorrow at 12 noon with Andrew Lessman. Tamara and Diane are next.
25 years, yikes. I never intended to be on TV. And did I really ever believe that I'd be the queen of jeans? It was a sort of an